You know what's funny is I can still hear the music because I have the stream on this channel, and I was like, "Why is it still going?" Oh yeah, I am such a dork. Okay, hello, good evening, everybody. Look, it's Metso on her lonesome at the moment. Van's having some technical issues. Yes, that is actually the truth. Okay, Van had some issues with the laptop he had been previously using. Now he's trying to use a different one, which isn't great for the streaming, but you know it is what it is, and we do what we can. All right, so whew, I'm hot. Um, Mr. Forrest is down below and he saw me jamming out to the music beforehand and I kind of forgot that he could see me. I was like going all out. And now I'm like hot. This is my cousin's wedding invitation and I've been using it as a fan when I'm at my desk. How are you all this evening? We apologize for the late start, but you know what? This is just what happens when you're live streaming things. Yes, James, full on takeover. And where'd I get that pic of you? It's on your Facebook, James. I got it from your own Facebook page. So you just have to check your Facebook. I can send it to you if it's just easier because it's just saved on my laptop. But yeah, I got it from your Facebook. It was like something like someone tagged you in it maybe or something, so it shows up that way. Oh, that's like when phrase in your pre-show. Yeah, jam it out. I was like having a good time with the music down below. All right, guys. Well, before Force is down below. I just happen to be looking down at him. Before Van comes in, let me tell you a secret. I'm just kidding. I don't have any secrets. Hi, Mixed Oreo. Hello, good evening. How are you? Guys, we are less than 75 or about 75 away from the next Saber giveaway. So make sure that you share the channel and get your friends to subscribe so we can do another Saber giveaway. And don't forget to check out Retro Alka, which I have on the little ticker. I just smacked my microphone because I like to do that. I'm showing you love by smacking the microphone because that's just how I do it. Hi, Alex. This is Nerding Podcasts and Comic Cons. How are they in the chat? What? He's saying hello too. Guys, tonight I'm very excited. Yes, Jedi, we're Mike Berger. Hello. We were talking about Van. Secrets about Van. Who wants to know? Hi, Bat Mike. How are you? Good evening. All right, guys. So to start off with the nerdy news. Who's ready for the nerdy news today? All right, let's make me a little bigger. All right, guys. So first thing on the nerdy news today, which is actually some sad news. Ray Stevenson passed away. If you guys don't know who that is, he played, I think it was Volstagg was the name of the character in Thor. He was also actually the voice of Gar Saxon in some of the Star Wars animated series like Clone Wars and Rebels. He played that character. He actually passed away unexpectedly. Thank you, Graveyard. No, Van is not passed. No, Ray Stevenson has passed unexpectedly while shooting a movie, which, you know, it's sad. And it's just, unfortunately, we lose people and it sucks. So that is the news story that I have first for you today. If you want to check out more information about it, you can check it out in the description, or you can check it out at this article that I am posting into the chat right now. You can check it out there as well. Next on the news story, stunning Leia. It's supposed to be it's okay. It's supposed to say concepts, but you know, I just like to put M's where I can for Mezzo. This is Return of the Jedi concept art 40 years later. If you want to take a look at the article that has all the different ones, you can, in the article, in the description below has the link to the article, or, excuse me, you can check in the chat where I just posted the link. Comcast takeover. Oh! All right, so I may have to fly solo tonight because there is just so many. Unfortunately, like every technical difficulty Van could have, he's basically having. So anyway, guys, if you want to check out that those stories in the description below is the link. Now, don't forget to check out one thing we have new, guys. Who's ready for a really cool announcement? Forrest, are you ready? I see you. Yeah. Phil's ready, I'm sure. Yeah, he's rocking it out. All right, guys, here's our announcement. We have a merch shop. finally, here's a t-shirt. Shows on the back. I'm not going to spin around. A really fancy mug. Hydrate. All right, guys. If you want to check out the store, you can check out the link tree in the description below, or you can check out the link that I'm about to post and check out our products that we have out right now. You just press the air horn and nobody heard it. No! I can't do that. I can't do that. Oh my goodness gracious.
We got merch, people.
I'm dying. I'm dying. My eyes are watering. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Next on our show, as you know, we have Flow the Show with James Kaiser, our producer, who brings us a flow every week of something visually mesmerizing by an artist. So we call them flow artists. Yes, merch. Guys, buy our merch. It's one of the best ways to support our channel. This week's flow is actually Darth Cephalus, aka James Kaiser himself. So without further ado, please enjoy our Flow of the Show. Nicely done. So thank you so much, James Kaiser, known as the person who is actually the flow this week, Darth Cephalus. Thank you for bringing that in. Um, Added Robin Atkin Downs and Tim Levin to our honored list. Oh, that's wonderful. So guys, it's official. Van will not be on tonight. Oh gosh, I sound like a news person when I said that. Van will not be on tonight. The laptop he was using was giving so many technical difficulties that he was unable to actually get things to work properly. So he actually will not be on tonight. I am flying solo. That's okay. I have enough hours under my flying belt to pilot this on my own, yo. All right, guys. So next we have our guest coming up, guys. I'm very excited to have Distance Nerding on here. And tonight, representing Distance Nerding will be young Phil himself and Mr. Force. So without further ado, please welcome Distance Nerding. Woohoo!
We got merch, people.
I was like, I sounded like I felt like I sounded like a chicken when I did it on myself.
Hello there. Yeah.
My friends.
of course, just for everybody, ahead of time.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
All right, there we go.
Wait, was that J. Jonah Jameson?
It was J. Jonah Jameson.
I mean, that's what I call him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. How are we doing? What's going on, guys?
Hey guys, not much, man. I'm excited to actually. I'm interviewing. I guess suddenly I don't do this, but I'm excited because I don't really get to be on streams with either of you very often or anything. So it's really cool to have you on tonight and me be able to actually talk to you. So Bill, you and James of all of our friends and hangouts. You and James are probably the ones I've actually spoken to the less. So I'm actually excited to speak to you tonight on the interview so I can learn more about you guys. So let's start with how you and James met.
Oh God!
Before Distance Nerding started.
Yeah, we kind of have a long and uninteresting story. Lies. Essentially, me and James, we used to be producers on another show that we actually we met Kyber Cave through this show. We worked on a show called Hardly Heroes. They unfortunately are no longer around, but essentially. Some creative differences happened at the show. We ended up leaving for different reasons. And both James and I were like, well, why don't we do our own show? Because we can just do the things that we feel weren't happening at the other show. And we can just do our own thing and make our own show. At the time, neither of us were hosts. We were just producers in the background, everything like that. And we just grabbed a mic and decided, hey, let's record. And it just kind of became a thing, So we started with that, and then just continuously grew and try to continue to have a whole bunch of fun. I mean, that's mainly the thing with us is we vowed from the beginning is the day we stop having fun doing the show is the day we stop doing the show. And 100 and almost 130 episodes later, we're still having a blast doing this. So
that's great. And I know that's the official story, but James just admitted that you put an ad out asking for anyone who liked pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, and he answered to that. So
yeah.
I know that's the real story, but we'll go with the official one.
No, that's the true story. And then when he showed up, he drank 4 Blue Hawaiians and wasn't drunk. So I mean, we were fine.
Wow. Well,
we're gonna get along just great.
All right, and then Mr. Force here has just recently joined Distance Nerding. Now, I know the story behind it, but would you like to let our audience know how you got involved with Distance Nerding? Once you finish your ice.
Not food.
I know, dude. Okay. So my story of Distance Nerding is not unlike my story with Kyber Cave. I met these guys. I hopped in one night, and I guess we just vibed really, really well. It was before the 100th episode. It was like episode 70 something, and then again around 90-ish, and then I just started joining on the regular. And eventually, James and Phil decided, Fourzze has like the good microphone camera presence, so why don't we just do this thing? And they offered it to me, and I'm like, well, I mean, I don't. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, let me think about it. Yes.
Yes.
We don't even have to finish that sentence.
What really made us brought him on was the half decent, mediocre voice acting. It was that's basically what it was.
Oh
hey,
my.
This guy's a shitty voice actor like me. Let's just bring him on.
He's not wrong. I think it's Roshi that sold it. So
Roshi 100% sold the whole thing.
So, not to mention the fact that Distance Nerding is the official sister channel to Kyber Cave, and Kyber Cave and Distance Nerding are basically my online life. I mean, you guys saved me from the toxicity that was the Saber community at the time, and I've since been on kind of a major hiatus from making sound fonts, but I've been putting all my free time and effort into these two channels. And it's been nothing but the best experience I could ever ask for. I mean, if not for both the channels, I wouldn't have had it in me to literally fly out and see all of you.
That was so freaking cool. You guys have no idea. Okay, when I finally met Forrest in person, it was like movie dramatic. Okay, I'm actually I think I was in just like I wasn't in a robe. I was in the robe like the next day. this day, I walk out the front door and he's walking up my walkway. I'm at mom's house and he had a jacket with him. He tossed it into the bushes and gave me a hug. And there were tears and we were so happy on the
Oh, we cried. Oh, I couldn't take it
was
anymore.
so exciting. And then we got to take a nice walk around the neighborhood I grew up in. So Forrest actually got to see where I grew up. So.
Yes, it was really nice.
But we totally cried at the same time.
There's a certain Kyber K Productions host that hasn't been on Distance Nerding yet.
The offer has been there.
I know. You unfortunately, it's like every night of the week there's something that's going on, and
more busy than James.
Once one of those retires, I will be on.
Yeah, because it is a open invitation. Anytime you want to come on any of our shows, 100% free to come on.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Now, Bill.
Shit, I just dropped James. Sorry,
you just dropped James. Oh.
Sorry, James. Sorry, I apologize.
I saw that you guys have your own little Funkos, which is really, really cute.
This is how we have him on the show when he's not here.
All right. So speaking of your show, let's give the audience a little bit of preview of like what the shows entail. Because I know you got the download, you have the different, you talk about rumors or like stories that are coming out. So give people a little download of like what your show is about.
Yeah. So on our show, essentially on Mondays, we do game streams. So, I just kind of play the game of the moment and everything like that. On Tuesdays is our main show. I've been told, so I will clean it up. On Tuesdays, we do our main show, The Download, which is news, rumors, reviews, trailer reactions, and then any other fun things that we kind of come up with. We'll do like Easter egg breakdowns and stuff like that on current shows and stuff like that. And that usually runs for about 2 hours from 6:30 to 8:30 or until we're done with all the content that we have. And then on Thursdays, we do a show called The Build, where I build Lego on stream. We interview fun and interesting people, anywhere from celebrities to comic book artists to cosplayers, and just kind of dig through their brains and break them down and try and humanize is the wrong word. We try and make it so that they are in a fun element rather than the standard interview where it's like, hey, tell me about your career, tell me about your how you became a voice actor or how you became an actor in general, things like that. It's like, hey, let's find out what kind of nerd you are. I want to know what your favorite Star Wars character is, and we start doing brackets. We've been doing brackets for a while now, and that whole show evolved from like 3 different hobbies just becoming a show.
Yeah, it's like I like how you're taking the approach of having like a more informal social hangout rather than just a strict interview.
Right.
You want to make them feel at home and realize this is just going to be a fun time hanging out. It's not going to be strictly just it's not like a press junket, question after question after question that you got to get out, and then the next person. So right. I really enjoy hearing that perspective of it. James wants to know if his pop still has pants.
Yes. You are wearing pants, James. You can see right here.
They're like camo pants.
Mm-hmm.
Or mustaches. It's hard to tell.
They're camo. It's not mustaches.
Okay. Camo was my first takeaway from it. So, yeah. All right. So when it comes to what you guys do like on a day-to-day thing, what's is there anything that kind of ties into the podcasting world, or is it is what you do for day-to-day versus podcasting?
So I work for AAA on the day-to-day.
I have AAA.
Yeah, and I work for AAA Smart Home specifically, so I install smart home and security systems. So like thermostats that you can control from your phone and lights and things like that. James works in marketing.
Okay, awesome. I like AAA in general.
James also mentioned we do have a second show out there called Comic Conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, so just to kind of give you guys a breakdown on what that is. So we do host cons. So we go to Comic Cons and we'll host celebrity panels and celebrity interviews and things like that. Essentially, what we do is I started recording those, and we put out the interviews on a second show that we do called Comic Conversation, which is on comicconradio.com. So if you guys go to comicconradio.com/podcasts, that's where you can check out those shows. And yeah, we do have a whole bunch of new episodes that are coming out soon. The first batch of episodes that we put out, we have like Peter Kalamis and Andy McAfee. One of the bigger ones we did. All of a sudden, I'm blanking like I don't know. I wanted to say Rob Liefeld for a second, but Rob Paulson. Rob Paulson, who played like Pinky and Pinky and the Brain, Yakko and the Animaniacs. He was the original Raphael. So he's in that. We have a whole bunch of new episodes that are coming out with like Gray Delisle and Olivia Hack, and we just did an interview with David Faustino, who was Bud Bundy and Married with Children, like stuff like that. We try to take these interviews, put them online, so that way the idea is that if you didn't get a chance to go to a con and see the interview, then that's your chance to check it out after the fact.
Gotcha. And then James also announced the new feed.
I haven't built the new feed yet, but yeah, we're gonna be we're going to be putting out like an official second show. So where you can go to Distance Nerding on all the places where you get podcasts. We're putting out a official second show as Comic Conversation.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Is that the thing I was actually making like ads for
Yes.
you? And like I made a little template for them to be able to build off of.
Yes. So I didn't want to build that feed or the announcement until I had all the marketing ready for it. So that's why I was like, okay, so I have to wait until we have something that we can kind of like rebuild, so that way I can do all the marketing for it. Like James said in the chat, it is an exclusive at Comic-Con Radio.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's really exciting for all the different places you guys will be going. Now, I know you guys go to lots of conventions. I have seen that you guys go to different places. Is there one convention that you've liked the most so far?
LA Comic-Con is easily my favorite one that we go to. We do LA Comic-Con every year. We're hoping to start getting into bigger cons. And of course we do all the Colossus Girl cons. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Colossus Girl Entertainment, check them out. They do about 5 or 6 shows a year. And there's a couple of different like big shows that they do. We do all the hosting for them at LA Comic-Con. It's kind of the opposite. We get to go as media for that event.
Okay.
And we kind of roam around the show and whatnot, but then that was also our chance to meet like Rob Paulson, or we did an interview with the cast of The Sandlot, things like that.
Oh gosh, Sandlot.
Yes.
Every time I get Sandlot, I just go forever.
Yes. We've been talking with them about potentially coming on the build to talk about some of their nonprofits and some of the stuff that they're involved in.
That's really cool. Actually, I follow Patrick Renna on TikTok.
Yeah.
And his stuff is freaking hilarious. He's like my favorite person on Sandlot. So
yeah, they're all really funny. Like all those guys.
I'm sure, no doubt. He cracks me up, and just to think of all of them together, it must be like a much bit of fun, is how I imagine it. You were at a show today. Shout out to Collectible Stampede, Gem State Comic Con on Boise, Idaho. James given his little his favorite conventions, I think maybe too.
It's because James isn't actually on screen, so he's like, "Hey, let me."
Look, he's on screen now.
Yeah, now he is, right. Yeah. Overage Comic Con in Reno, Nevada.
I think you're doing James's voice not very good justice there, are you?
No, not
He's
at all.
like, "Hi." I play a character that sounded just like that in a melodrama once. My name is Fluffy Feathers, and I sounded just like this.
I'm waiting for him to say, "That's what you think I sound like, Philippe? Really? Yeah, that's what Manny James sounds like."
Oh my goodness gracious. That's good.
But actually, he's listing off all the shows that we do with Colossus Girl in the chat right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. Gosh, the only convention I've been to in the last 6 years was KyberCon 3, and I helped plan it, so that was a bit. It wasn't like just attending a convention; it was managing it.
We've been to all 3 KyberCons. 2 of them we hosted.
Ooh, that's awesome! I've been to one so far. Mr. Force here will be at one in the future, I am sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, you can see me, but you can't hear me because I'm eating food.
Well, it's ice. I could tell it was ice when I had him come on earlier to talk about something that was ice.
He's
like this is just water.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys in the chat, if you guys ask Fourzze what he's eating, he'll tell you.
Oh my goodness. All right. Force.
Yes.
Before Distance Nerding and Kyber Cave came into your life, what was something like, I know voice acting and doing the sound thoughts was kind of something that you were doing. Do you want to take like the voice acting part more into something else?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, so voice acting has been a dream of mine since I was a small child. I've always wanted to be in cartoons. I've always wanted to be in anime. Unfortunately, life and its happenstances do happen. I had a shot. I didn't take it. I don't live in a location where I can just go and drive to a studio each and every day. I never like took the hard shot at it. But it's still a good life. I'm okay. It's fine. I actually have a lot of fun being behind a microphone and a camera for both of these shows. I don't have regrets. I guess if that's what you're asking me, I don't.
No, not specifically asking, but I mean from like here from now, because I know before I could tell just from our shows together and chatting that voice acting is definitely a passion that you have within you, and if you want to take it from here, to build upon it.
Absolutely.
We should get Unreal Engine and make our own game and do voice acting for it.
Well, I mean, it's not just the voice acting thing. I very much enjoy just being behind a microphone and a camera. I would dare say I'm halfway decent at it. I'm not going to say I'm great at it, but I'm good at it.
You're splendid. You are superb. That's all I have to say. I don't know what that was.
I don't freeze on camera. That's the thing.
Well, what was some kind of British accent, something like that around there.
More British accent ain't like well.
All right then. I don't really need you poking fun at my accents. At least not today. All right.
It was me making fun of.
Wait, mate, are you supposed to be Michael Caine?
See what I'll do is I try to get Mezzo to ask the questions. And then
are you Michael Caine,
I'm not Michael Caine. However, if I were Michael Caine, I would take the script, I'd read the first page, I'd read the last page, and if I like what's in the middle, I'll do the effing picture.
I can do Claire Bell Cow.
I can do Mickey.
Hi everybody, how's it going?
And well, I can do a pretty halfway decent Master Roshi, and that's how we roll, people. Yeah.
And I can do my signature Southern Belle.
Stop it.
I can do my Clarabelle Southern Belle.
Mezzo's voice does things to me. Wait, PG show. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So to subscribe to Patreon for our ASMR videos.
Oh my. All right, next question.
Oh my. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So when you have friends on as your guests, you have a little bit of fun.
let me
while Daddy's away.
let me conclude with my answer here. So
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I do enjoy very much utilizing my voice talents for distance nerding and Kyber Cave respectively. I have a lot of fun just being me. I have a lot of fun narrating. I have a lot of fun putting the voiceovers in the editing. And I have a lot of fun just being goofy and silly and fun and just bouncing off everybody on the screen, because I mean, you got to be able to do those things and still
Mhm.
have a successful run, be it a pre-recording or a stream. I'm a firm believer in that.
You are 100% corrected. It's just a lot of it comes in a sense of performing where you're just kind of on, right?
Right.
And you don't
Easy.
freeze. And so, I mean, believe me, there are moments where I have frozen and it is not fun. But that was not my beginning days. I was like, okay.
Line.
Yeah, what's my line?
Line. Next time on oh crap.
Right. Next time on Saber Rattle.
All right. So, when it comes to distance nerding, what is something that you guys have, like, if you are willing to share it, that you guys have in mind for the future that you know you're just not quite there to be able to do it just yet, but like, 5-10 years from now, if you see yourself still going, where would you like to see yourself at? Like, what conventions? What would you be doing? Who would be on your show?
Phil, go first.
Yeah. In a like just if we were to paint a picture, if you will, we would be essentially new rock stars with more interviews. And then from there, hosting panels at like SDCC.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the kind of stuff I want to do. Like I enjoy doing interviews. I enjoy, huh?
James said KyberCon, Florida.
CyberCon Florida is definitely the show that we're gonna do in the future. So, but no, like I definitely want to do like I love doing on stage interviews. It's always fun doing interviews for people and things like that. What I would want to do is more of those type of things, along with just being best friends with Ryan Reynolds, because why not?
I mean, who doesn't want to be best friends with Ryan Reynolds aside from Hugh Jackman? So basically kind of moderating interviews at conventions or just on stage and in front of people, which I really like the idea of the moderating, like basically moderating panels.
Right. That's definitely something that's fun for me. It's something that I enjoy doing. So I mean, I want to do more of that. I want to do obviously more on a larger scale. But then at the same time, just I enjoy entertaining people. So that's just kind of what I want to do. I want to continue entertaining people. I like being able to give my take on things and people enjoying that take. Like that's kind of what I want to do. More so than anything, like it's less about being famous and meeting famous people as it is about entertaining people and bringing out the best in people is something that I enjoy doing, right? Like, I mean, Fourzze can attest to that, right? Like I enjoy just trying to bring out the best in everyone around me.
That makes me happy. Yeah, entertaining people is a blast. I've loved entertaining people since I was a kid. I actually would put on shows for my family, put out chairs and assign them with little name cards.
Yes.
And I remember singing She's Coming Around the Mountain and having my sister do violin, and they were all laughing at me. And of course at the time, as adults, it's because I was cute. But as a child, you just think they're laughing at you. And I literally, at 10 years old, got down on my knees, said, "Stop laughing," and ran out of the room. And they're all just crying laughter. But it has never deterred me. I still love entertaining and having fun. That's how I got into streaming in the first place as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mr. Fourzze. What is something when it comes to either Kyber Cave or distance nerding that you would like to see come forth in the future?
So for me, it's a lot more personal. I have always been the believer since go that Phil and James are always the head honchos, the big cheeses in distance learning. They are the decision makers. They're the founders. They're the presidents.
They're the
So
daddies.
they're the daddies. That's just how it is.
Oh,
Um,
you just called me
Wait. I don't want to do it with the voice. It's a PG show. Okay.
Oh my.
my
Daddy.
thing, my things, and this goes with Kyber Cave as well. My wish, my goal is eventually I'm going to be getting out there to California. One way or another, I'm going to be getting out there to California. And one of the goals I have is to either rent, purchase, come across some type of studio space, a studio apartment where we could set a huge table up with multiple mics, some cameras, and have it be like a Kyber Cave / distance nerding headquarters where, like, okay,
Yeah.
this time this day of the week, this day of the week, and this day of the week, every person shows up and we're doing this thing live. Like, to give you a
Hi,
good
Aubrey.
example, if you have not taken, is that Mrs. Fourzze? Yay.
Mhm.
Oh god, she said yay, that's funny. If you haven't had a chance, so here in Florida, we have what's called Real Radio 104.1. It's an iHeart radio station. I know James has taken a look at it. All of the talk radio shows are actually on YouTube as well as the radio dial. And what they do is they have a studio space with like maybe 2 or 3 desks set up with microphones, a soundboard, and a camera on each one. And then they have a main camera that is down into the room that shows everybody sitting there.
Right.
And I would really, for our shows, like to see that. So we have our guests sitting at one side of the table. You've got, like you, Mezzo, you would like probably be behind. You'd probably be in like a separate little booth because you're the producer. You're running all the different things at the same time.
I'd be like Jim on Wheel of Fortune.
Yes.
With my little microphone and my little booth.
You'd be like Robin, if you know what that means.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's exactly the thought that I had was as soon as you said that, it's like she'd be like Robin.
She'd be like Robin. Exactly. And then you have so for distance starting, you'd have the 3 spots set up. Me, Phil, and James. And if Graveyard moved out here, that'd be 4. And if Frey Girl came out, boom, there'd be 5. So.
You know what I've always thought is if we ever got like a studio like that, like, because that's always been something I wanted to do is do like a multi-camera in a studio thing. I also want to do like for hosts that are on the show that aren't there in person, want to do like a Space Ghost thing. So like have like a TV screen sitting in a chair and have their face on that chair on that TV screen.
Yeah.
And that's like how they're there, right? Like I would love to do something like that just because it's within the humor of our show,
But that is my goal. That is my goal.
There's some decent office spaces that have
sure, absolutely. But I mean, again, I'm not going to be a person who's going to make plans for distance nerding or for Kyber Cave. I'm the guy who contributes. I'm the member. I'm the co-host. I'm whatever it is you want to call me. But as a personal goal, that's something I want to see happen and will work to try and make happen because, again, this is it's not just a hobby for me. This is something I take very seriously. I don't get paid a dime, but I take it very seriously because I am confident that you and Van are going to turn Kyber Cave into a multi-thousand sub views thing where the Patreons and the YouTube money is going to come in. Same thing with distance nerding. Distance nerding, all the guests and the guests they bring on are not small time guests. These are big. These are major guests, and it's going to bring the views and the subs. I see nothing but success coming for Kyber Cave and distance nerding respectively. So I'm just here for the ride, and I'm like the deckhand. I'm just here, raise the sail. I'm just they say do, I go do. That's just what it is.
I'm gonna give a quick hi to Cody, my friend who's a fellow mod at New Rockstars, and to Frey Girl. James, let's do it let's do it in the back of Kyber Cave. James, we got kids watching. Remember?
Yeah, there are kids here, man.
Because that can sound a little strange out of context. Graveyard. Yeah, he's
Shout
very
out to
excited.
Graveyard and shout out to Mrs.
Yes.
Fourzze, who's in the chat
And
right
Frey
now.
Girl as
And-
well.
Oh, and hi, Jen. Well, hello, Jen. How are you?
Wait, was that one that has like that
Shit.
whistle with it?
What?
The one that has the whistle with it, like from Family Guy.
I can't do the whistle, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. The guy who likes to look at the young boys.
hi there, Chris.
Yes, that one. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it because there's one of my favorite shorts is of you doing that voice.
Oh God, just so much disgustingness.
What else you got?
Phil has got, okay, guys, if you don't watch Distance Nerding, one thing that they definitely have is all the sound bites you could ever want.
Oh,
I've got a few, but I don't have like a lot. Like I've got something like stop, no, stop playing. I thought I hit it. Throw me off because I'm not controlling that side. One thing I do have is like, why do Danish ships have a barcode on the side? So they can Scandinavian.
Oh my gosh.
Bottom-tiss.
Yeah.
We used to have
I
a
know.
bottom-tiss.
Herbert, yes.
Yeah, we used to have a bottom-tiss, and we replaced it with.
Oh my goodness! You know what we should do? We should do a Nerd Jeopardy on Distance Nerding. I have a subscription to a Jeopardy website where you create your own Jeopardy.
You know, a few weeks ago we did do trivia on Kyber Cave, and it was very funny.
like a nerd-perdy, if you will.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jep Nerdy.
Like it.
Sorry, that's not ours. That's Average Nerds. Shout out to Average Nerds podcast. They have every month they do a Average Nerd Pretty.
Daddy Phil knows all the people.
Hi, Frey Girl. So those of you familiar with Kyber Cave, you guys are probably familiar with Frey Girl. She is also a co-host on our Tuesday show. So,
Yes.
Yes.
She has some of the best perspectives on nerd things in general. Again, kind of like how it was with Fourzze. It was just she came on a couple episodes, started getting comfortable, and we were like, "No, we need you. We need you to be here all the time."
Not
For
to
those who
mention
don't
the
watch,
fact
Frey
that-
Girl's wisdom too of all things comic related is like just
God.
mind blowing.
That was the
That-
biggest thing for me was she I would argue she knows more. I was going to say she rivals me in comic and nerd knowledge. She knows more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of times because I'm normally the guy that has all the knowledge on the show. Like James is the straight man, and I'm the one that's like, read this comic book or go watch this show, all this other stuff. Frey will bring up stuff that I'm like, either I forgot about or she'll bring up things that are just straight up like, yeah, no, I didn't even know about that. Now I have to go like find the comic. Like Frey outclasses me in so many different ways.
Oh gosh, Van said, I'm listening as I drove home in shame and head hung low. Mez, you were killing that interview. Great job. Love you, Phil and Force.
Oh,
Thank you
Van,
very
you know
much,
we love
Van.
you, brother.
We love you and we miss you. You are a lot of fun to have on the show as well. And Phil, I do have something for you for the next time I do see you. It's the new Rockstars water bottle. So guys who don't know that Tommy Bechtold from New Rockstars was at KyberCon 3 and he gave us a few of these water bottles as gifties. And so I've saved one for you.
Nice.
So next time I meant to bring it to the escape room and I just forgot because I was just so excited about the escape room.
I still have to get Tommy on the show.
And Frey says, "Oh shucks, you guys are giving me cavities from being so sweet." That's because we love you, Frey Girl.
Not to mention the fact that Frey Girl's voice is like radio angelic.
Yes,
it is. She has like this nice, soothing voice.
Yes,
and you hear her. You just
and it
listen
kills
to her
me on
about,
the inside.
Like even if you weren't interested in comic books, I could hear her listen all day to comic books because it's like, hey guys, it's like very calming. Yeah. And if you guys don't know, if you support us on Patreon for at least $1 a month, you can actually get a little preview of the segment called Phrase About Town. Frey Girl is actually showing its little bits of her life with her kiddo. And the other day they went to a pub called Kilkenny's, and I showed where it was, like in the edit and stuff. So you guys can check that out on the Patreon as well. And there's going to be more videos to be coming on Patreon as well. And Metso might be doing some solo Let's Plays for when she can fit it in of scary games. Oh, you know what? You're correct, Van. Van is correct. I wasn't doing this like I should be. I got really into the interview. Okay. And Van, I'm just so used to you doing it instead of me. I got so used to not trying to do it anymore because we kept overdoing it.
I love how Van gets into.
Well, her camera has a zoom. All right, there we go.
Yeah, actually, it's not a normal web camera. It's a Sony A6100.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Immediate. Like, oh, what do I want to do to improve the show? I need a DSLR. I need key lights. I need a center light. I need all kinds of stuff just so it doesn't look like I'm on just a webcam.
Yeah, one of the hardest things is when you want to upgrade, and it's just good technology costs money. Yeah. And I was fortunate enough, I use this camera for the videography and I figured out how to have it as a webcam. And so it's a very good camera. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
But it's a very good camera. And I think it helped upgrade. And I just for the first time bought a new ring light since I first started streaming. When I started streaming, this flimsy thing is what I was using. This little thing. These little wobbles. And now I have one that's like twice the size. Yeah. This one is 12 inches inside the diameter. So yeah, it's always good to upgrade when you can. It's not, it makes it look good, but the vital thing is the content itself.
Right.
So Graveyard's afraid I won't kick and scream as much as you drag me into success.
And again, another he may not consider himself a co-host on the show, but again, on Thursdays on the build, Graveyard conducts all of our brackets, and he's been writing them on his own, and they're freaking genius. Like the things
he is spectacular with brackets.
Yes, the things that he comes up with and the brackets that he puts together. Like, we were putting things together at first. When we first started doing brackets, we were pulling them off the internet, and then we started writing our own. And then he got involved, and he just asked, should I write one next week? Like, yeah. And just the stuff he came up with are like, these are great.
He owns brackets. He's bracket king.
He really is,
Graveyard bracket king.
Graveyard is the bracket and the horror king. So, shout outs to Graveyard and Pod Out at Night.
They mostly
Pod.
at night. Mostly.
Pod. I just heard pod in like a little girl voice.
Did you not hear the whole thing?
One more time.
They mostly
Pod.
at night. Mostly.
That is perfection.
I did that real time for him. I was like, hold on, because it was after one of the shows. I was like, I just need you to do one thing for me. I'm going to record right now. I just need you to say the word pod, right? And in real time with him and Fourzze in the thing, I edited that and put that out there, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!"
I got Graveyard's like signature gravelly pod.
Yeah.
Pod.
Yeah.
I was dying of laughter as this happened too. It was so genius and so well.
You know what also makes me die of laughter?
My face.
You're like, I have it saved as a sound bite.
Oh my god! That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard,
dude. You should have seen it.
You not seen it before, Phil? So the night that Van was actually the guest on the show,
yes,
when Fourzze and Graveyard basically Fourzze interviewed him. Fourzze and Graveyard took the show. I made the whole intro video a montage of Van's laughs.
Oh God, that is amazing.
Please play it at the end of the show, please.
The video, I don't have it saved. I just have the sound bite.
Just the laugh. All we need.
Yeah, I have the soundbite of the laugh. I can always put the video on here to have it for later.
Fred,
Yes.
just have to throw it out there just because when I have the soundbite too, it's the truth. You are the
Goat. I
You
get
are
it.
the goat. You are the goat.
Oh God, we are
right,
losing
guys.
views.
I really, really enjoyed having you guys on
We
the
just
show
gained
tonight.
views.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Thank
at it right
you.
now. We actually gained views.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on the show this
Absolutely.
evening. I really enjoyed getting to learn about a little bit of the history of distance nerding and I'm sure viewers also enjoyed learning what you have planned, what was in the past, and what's going on right now, like Force being recently joined on, and Frey Girl and Graveyard as well.
Absolutely.
Aubrey, I'm sorry, everyone, if rest in peace headphones, if my scream really got in there.
Oh man, that's great.
All right, you guys, thank you for joining me this evening. You guys are welcome to stick around down below or whatever you as see fit. And thank you, Distance Nerding.
Absolutely. Who's that?
That was misclick. Go ahead and finish.
I was like, are we back?
No, that was a misclick. Thank you so
Scared?
much for Distance Nerding.
Oh yes. Hi, disconcerting. No, we appreciate you having us on. It was fun. It was great. Guys, just continue watching everything on Kyber Cave Productions because this whole channel is amazing and I love you guys to death. So
Okay, outro cue. All right, guys, that was our interview with Distance Nerdy, and I was very excited to have them on. And as being last second thrown into an interview, I think I did not half bad. Having a little too much fun hanging out, but try to stay focused as much as we can. And yes, I love you, Aubrey, and I love you. I love all of you. I really, I'll get personal for a second. 1 year and 1 month ago was when I had my first show on Kyber Cave Productions, and never in my mind, in my imagination, would I have thought about all the wonderful people that I have met doing stuff I love every week and seeing how much things have grown in the last year has been really incredible. But my favorite thing is just the people that I've met, because even if one day Kyber Cave Productions wasn't around, I would still be friends with these people after that forever. All right.
Hey, so Kyber Cave Fourzze is back. I'll finish the show with you if that's cool.
Oh, yes, please do.
Yay.
Okay. So next in our show for us, we have Kevin's Comic-Con Adventures. For those who don't know, Kevin Hogan is a producer on this show. Every week he goes to conventions and gives us a report on how they went, what was going on, and also on future ones coming up that you can find out about. So, without further ado, enjoy Kevin's adventures.
Bring it on.
Hello, this is Kevin Hogan from Northern California with another episode of California Comic-Con Adventures. On the weekend of May 20th through the 21st of 2023 was Comic-Con Revolution down in Southern California and Ontario, California there. We got to see hundreds of fans visit the Southern California area there of Ontario and lots of cool cosplays there. We got to see Mandalorians, we got to see Indiana Jones there, we got to see Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family, lots of superheroes, characters from Owl House, and many, many others there. Now, the Comic-Cons down in Southern California aren't quite as frequent as the smaller cons up in Northern California there, so do be sure to plan ahead and get those admission tickets ahead of time there. That way you can save yourself a spot. And also on the weekend of May the 20th, we got to see our friends over at Ohana Comic-Con visit Yuba City. And also that same weekend on May the 21st, Ohana Comic-Con visited Woodland. Ohana Comic-Con, as you know, visits a different city every weekend up and down the state of California, sometimes in this case visiting 2 cities the same weekend there. They usually put on very economical events there in areas with free parking like local veterans homes or Elks and Moose lodges there. Usually admissions are very affordable. They give you a $1 off discounts if you bring in the flyers that you find on Facebook.com there. It's a great chance to meet and hang out with local friends there, get to show off some cool costumes to their afternoon 2:30 cosplay contest there, and meet local artists and vendors at their local vendor halls there. So whenever Ohana Comic-Con comes to a town near you, definitely recommend checking it out there. It's a great time to have some fun there. On the weekend of May the 20th, 2023 at the Alameda County Fairgrounds was Powerhouse Comic-Con. Powerhouse Comic-Con travels around the country putting on different events there. For example, they have an event in Reno, Nevada, not far away. And also here in Pleasanton is their Powerhouse Comic-Con event there. They were having a distance nerding put on the panels there, hosted along with the Fresno Deadpools there. They had a great turnout there with many vendors showing off lots of fun arts and crafts there in the 2 buildings there, the vendor halls there. And they had many cosplayers there show up for the afternoon cosplay contest there, which is fantastic with many prizes there. So it was a great turnout there. I got to see lots of lightsabers and Star Wars fans walking around there, and many fantastic giant-sized cosplays there. Like the Fresno Deadpools were showing off their giant Warhammer cosplay. We got to see a giant BMO walking around from Adventure Time there, and lots of other fun cosplays there. So it was a great time there. If you ever happen to be fortunate enough to walk around the Alameda County Fairgrounds when they're having the Powerhouse Comic-Con event going on there, definitely recommend checking out. It's a great. And for those of you looking forward to upcoming events there, be sure to dust off those princess gowns and wizard robes there for Renaissance Fair. The Coronaburg Renaissance Festival 2023 is going on now the end of May through the end of June. That's down in Central California near Corona there. And also on June 11th there, Ohana Comic-Con is going to be visiting Central California, the city of Turlock there. Again, that's Ohana Comic-Con on June 11th is going to be visiting Turlock. And be sure to get out those Halloween and spooky costumes there, because Sinister Creature Con on the weekend of June 17th through the 18th is going to be visiting Sacramento there. So we're looking forward to seeing all the spooky costumes. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the picks, and we'll see you out there at the next Comic-Con.
Noise. All right, guys. And so before we finish our show, there's a few things I wanted to go over. First, in this link, there is going to be, in the chat, there's going to be a link. It's Distance Nerding's link tree. So check out everything Distance Nerding related through that link tree link. Also, don't forget to check out our other shows that we have during the week. Tomorrow night, we have Retro Alcove. That is an upload that gets released every Monday evening about 5:15 p.m. Pacific. Tuesday evenings at 5 p.m. is Hearts of Kyber right now. I don't recall what this week's subject is, but we'll figure it out. Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. you get gaming with Aubrey and myself. We have a good time. Right now we're playing The Room 3. And on Thursday evening is gaming with this gentleman right here.
Yep, Kyber Cave Live. Yep, Kyber Cave Gaming live Thursday nights, hosted by myself, Graveyard, and Mrs. Fourzze. And we are continuing to go through Zelda Tears of the Kingdom until about 2 weeks. We're going to be getting into Diablo 4, which is going to be a lot of fun. But big special fun announcement, and I'm glad young Phil is here. Matter of fact, real quick, if he's down, I want to bring him back in just for a second.
Hold on.
John C.
So I've been throwing this back and forth. With Graveyard, and I've spoken to Phil about this briefly. But next month is the arrival of Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah,
and I want to put on the very first Kyber Cave versus Distance Nerding Street Fighter 6 Tournament of Champions, which will be featured on your choice. You could watch it either on Distance Nerding's channel or on Kyber Cave. From the perspective of whoever's going to be doing the fighting, it's going to be a lot of fun. We just got to iron out what system we're doing this on, what time we're doing this.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to get everybody together, do a lot of terrible amateur fighting, and have a great freaking time. And
I called out that I'm going to destroy everybody as Dan Hibiki.
Yeah. So that's
Pinky and
something
all.
that we've got in the works. We've got a few weeks until the game is released, but that's a kind of a big Kyber Cave disinserting collaboration, especially for our gaming portion of this channel that we really want to do. It's just gonna be a freaking blast. So
That's cool. I
Yep.
like that idea a lot.
and then on Fridays we
I
have
like it
Kyber
a
Cave
lot.
After Dark.
And then
Yeah.
eventually we'll be able to do, like, if we get that running, we'll probably do Fighter Z like we've been
We're
planning
overdue.
for like a year.
Yeah, we're overdue. We're so overdue.
All right, and then guys, don't forget what we announced tonight. Yes, we have merch, people.
We got merch, people. Hold on. Dang it, I'm too far away. We got merch, people.
All right, guys, if you want to check it out, here is our merch. We've got an awesome shirt with a list of our shows on the back. We've got this mug, which I just drank all this water out of. And we also have a hoodie.
Water.
We have a notebook. We have 3 phone cases. We have a I said notebook, but backpack. I've got a backpack coming. Yes, we do have stickers too, but we don't have them on the merch store just yet. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Thank you, Distance Nerding, for being in our show tonight. Don't forget to check them all out using the description below. I have their link tree down there as well.
Shut up.
And you guys, and we'll see Van next week, hopefully. All right, you guys enjoy Tick to the Talk of the Town. Have a good evening. Bye.